Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The subject of the discourse is self-control as the means for cultivating Vedananupassana, contemplation on feelings, and having complete control over the mind through this contemplation. Feeling contemplation is possible only through self-control. That is, having control over the senses. Now, last time we mentioned in Dhammapada 360 that Chakkuna sangvaro sadhu, sadhu sotina sangvaro, etc. It's good to have complete mastery or control, self-restraint over the senses of the eye, ear, etc. and over all our actions, bodily action, verbal action and mental actions. Now this particular gatha or verse was, you see, this Dhamma teaching was given by the Buddha on a certain occasion. Now, while he was staying in Jetavana, 5 monks had undertaken the practice of self-control, sangvara, by way of having control over their senses. So they found their senses were absolutely not under control at all. They would just go riot. Absolutely, they were quite helpless. The senses were, you see, not under their control. So they decided to do it in a very concentrated manner. So one of them said, well, I will specialize in controlling the eye, by the sense of eye, which means seeing. Whatever I see, I will have complete control over it, so that that way I will have control over the feelings which arise through the door of eye or the seeing, through the process of seeing. And seeing really means what? You are getting connected with the external world. The internal world of mind gets connected with the external world around through the door of eye, seeing. As soon as you see an object, and by seeing the object, you come with this the sense, eye sense, then the eye consciousness, and the object, visible form. These three get connected, and that is called contact or self-impression, which is a mental factor. So as soon as the eye becomes aware of an object, that is seeing, based upon that contact, there arises a feeling. Either the feeling is a pleasant one, or an unpleasant one, or a neutral one. Now this happens so fast and so rapid, so quick, that most people are unable to have, are not aware of this at all. Constantly this interaction is going on between the senses, bodily senses as well as the mental sense, and senses and the world. And you are interacting with the world all the time, external world or your internal mental world. So due to this interaction, these feelings completely overtake the mind, and if you have no control over it, then it overtakes the mind, leading to, craving, desire, lusting, and that is how you completely get caught. So feeling sets a chain reaction. When you feel, when a feeling arises due to this contact, you perceive that you are having this feeling. And that perception in turn, triggers off the process of thinking. And the thinking triggers off all kinds of mental activities. It's called proliferation of mental activities, leading to desire, tanha, craving, etc. And that is the involvement with the process of karma. Bodily action, verbal action, mental action. And keep on, a karma, an action, has a certain potency. It is capable of achieving a certain result. Now if you have no control over the feeling and thereby the mental process that feeling sets, and then you allow the desire to come up, automatically you become a victim of action. You go on, what you desire, that you develop attachment for it, you cling to it, and keep on committing karmas ad infinitum, and develop this kind of karmic potency within yourself, bringing about certain result. And the result is exactly what we call destiny. We are happy, we are miserable, we are successful, we meet with failures, all kinds of all the various experiences of life during this life, gets translated into a kind of cumulative karmic force, and at the time of death that catapults the consciousness into the next journey, which is the next life, starting with rebirth. So karma leads to rebirth, and rebirth leads again to the process of this cause-effect relationship, karma and its effects. And that is how the samsara chakra, the wheel of life, moves on and on ad infinitum. There is no end to this. And that is the true form of suffering. That is what Bhagavan Buddha said, dukkha arya satcha, the noble truth of suffering as a subjection to this samsara chakra, coming in again and again, dying again and again being born. And this happens because everything in samsara is changing. Changing simply means becoming different. So that change it's a dynamic change that goes on during the course of life. We are changing moment to moment. This dynamic change simply means change within change. That is change in motion. Now, every second that passes in our lives, we have lived that much of our life. That means our longevity, that much has been exhausted, and so on. So the change is the motion. Life itself is motion. Life is a course, yatra. It's a longevity, it's a course of living. So we are spending this course of living every second. So this exhaustion of the ayu or the living process, the vitality,